Hey, it's Ashavari. I'm with Mido Media, and we're here at my album release party for Goddess from the Machine. I'm honestly nervous, I'm excited, but most of all, I've just been working on this project for so long, and I'm just happy that the world finally gets to hear it. I've put a lot of love into it and a lot of my own flavor, my own, I don't know, just drawing from so many different places of inspiration. And so I think the fact that it's finally here is just, I'm so overjoyed. Honestly, when it comes to inspiration, I do draw it from a lot of places. I draw it from nature, I draw it from my community, from people around me, I draw it from conversations with others, but also Studio Ghibli films. I am gonna be so real and say that I had the idea for this whole track list and my concept after watching every single Studio Ghibli movie one Christmas 2 years ago. So it was just the storytelling as a whole. I think the Ghibli universe it's so beautiful because it tells very human stories through such a whimsical world, and I wanted a whimsical world of my own. And I thought about it, and I thought about some of the things I've been through. This song is a very vulnerable project about actual trauma that I've experienced, and I didn't want to just talk about it just out in the open, raw, it's just me and me, myself, and I, because the reality is it happens to so many people. And what better way to translate something like that where more people can kind of access it than to use sort of a whimsical storytelling type of way of doing it, right? And so with that in mind, with that Ghibli style of storytelling, I decided to build this kind of world, and each song name directly corresponds to this world and this story that follows the journey of a character or a girl who's also me, but she could be anyone, and it's her journey dealing with trauma, dealing with things that are awful that are happening to her, and how she copes with it and how she eventually overcomes it and finds resilience in herself. I did make this album like episodes. I had the full track list before all the songs were written. It was literally beginning to end, Welcome to the Opera, all the way to Glitter in the Dark. And actually there was supposed to be an extra song called Deus Ex Machina, but instead I felt that would be a sick title, except let's flip it. Let's make it Goddess from the Machine. I don't think the core of who I am is gonna totally change, or I'm expecting a different version of myself entirely. But I think I just wanna, take my ideas and my art and scale them more and actually be able to measure impact if there is. I would love to see the impact of this type of work one day. And so whatever that means, whatever it takes to get it in front of the right people and to kind of, give the project what it deserves, really. I think that's what's more important to me. But I do think, obviously, with time, aging is really beautiful, and the maturing that we get from aging is I'm actually looking forward to the future life lessons, what future me will tell myself. I feel like I'm living today for future me rather than trying to invent someone else to be there in my place. Honestly, I just really hope you like this album. It's completely genre fusion. I decided to explore different genres as part of my moods and as part of this psychology that I feel in different parts of myself, but following still this one story. And it might be, I don't know, it might be a little unconventional, might be a little bit, not something you might be totally familiar with, but I really hope people can just have an open mind, and I just really hope you guys like it. So yeah.